Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Jenny Lay. I'm a family medicine physician and a mom of two. And since I've been posting on social media, I have so many messages from you guys telling me that I have inspired you to pursue medicine because you realize that you can have a family and be happy outside of medicine at the same time pursuing this wonderful career that fulfills you in another aspect. And so today I want to talk to you about how you can have the best of both worlds, have a flourishing relationship, a good home life, hobbies, travel, and still pursue medicine. I know I'm a family medicine physician, but these tips apply to any subspecialty. So I'll break it down into relationships, children and family, and then passion and travels. And so let's get started. The hardest one for me, I would say, is probably relationships. And so let's start there first. And it is difficult for me because I come from a first generation Asian American background where we highly value education, respect, and honor. And so the way that our children show love to their parents is if we focus on our studies, if we progress academically. And so doing well in school meant that I showed my parents that I loved them. And so education had always been first. My career had always been first because I thought that once I was successful in my career, I can provide for a family and show them that I love them. And some people would just say, like, you should just date a person who understands that medical training is tough. There's a lot of time commitment there. There's a lot of delayed gratification. There's a lot of school loans. And you might just always have to share them with medicine. So you need to find that person that is okay with that. After 5 years of marriage, somewhere in there, I've realized that this way of thinking was more disruptive on my relationship rather than helpful. Over time, your partner is going to feel drained, and your partner is going to feel that they are giving you everything while you are giving your all to medicine. And you might give some here and there, but they don't have all of you. And so how you should view it is that medicine, yes, can be number one, but a spouse or your partner should be A. And so they're equal longitudinally rather than vertically 1 and 2. So my tip is we understand that residency training and medicine is time intensive. And so your time itself is very limited. So be very intentional about your time. There are activities that you can do together that don't really help you connect or bond, while there are other activities where you really grow together as a couple. So I do have an exercise for you if you want to try this to help connect with each other on a deeper level, to help recenter. What you want to do is sit heart to heart, and you want to get close up, chest to chest, and breathe in and out to synchronize your breathing. This helps regulate the autonomic system. And just stay there, be present with each other for about 5 minutes. I assure you that after this exercise, you will feel more bonded with your partner. You can talk more and have conversations and communicate with each other. And I also want to emphasize that love is not made from grand gestures, but rather it is the consistency in which your partner shows up that you are able to build trust, making the other person feel heard and seen. This is how you build a stronger relationship. It doesn't take a lot of time. It just has to take intentional time. Next, I want to talk about having children. I had Wyatt when I was a 4th year medical student, 2 weeks before graduation, and then I had London just before my 3rd year of residency. And I would say time and time again that there is really no right time to start a family. You do what is best for you. Medicine is always gonna be here. Your fertility might not be. I saw this meme recently that said, adulting is saying that things will get easier next week. over and over and over and over again. And it's really true. As an attending, it is a lot harder to take off that time to have a baby than say when you're in residency. I think a lot of people are just so focused on that graduation date with their class that at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You still get the same education, extend a little bit longer. You yourself are going to remember those early months with your children. You're not going to remember a few more weeks or months of residency. It's like a drop in the grander scheme of things. And for those of you who are worried about missing too much or being gone too much from your children's lives, I would say that you're not going to be there for everything. You can't be there for everything. You can be a stay-at-home parent. You could be in the shower. You can be washing dishes. You can be having a mental me time, and your child is taking their first steps. You can't be there every single second, and you can't protect them from every single thing. I want them to see how passionate I am about medicine. I want them to see me constantly learning. I want them to see me help other people. This is the type of person that I want them to grow up to be. So my tip to you is be that person that you want to look up to. Be that role model that you want others to look up to. And normalize having and starting a family in residency and residency training. If you don't take my word for it, I have had plenty of you guys message me and tell me that both your parents were doctors, or they were engineers or lawyers or working parents who worked a lot, but you always felt loved and you always felt their presence and you always knew that they were there for you. And that goes back to love and how showing up, making sure that you're there when your children need you is what is more important and what builds a trusting and loving relationship. Now we're gonna move on to passion and travel. A lot of you are scared that once you go into medicine, you have to sacrifice all else, that you have to look a certain way, that you have to behave a certain way, you have to talk a certain way, and you won't be able to travel the world or pursue your other career endeavors. And I would tell you that that is absolutely wrong. Yes, we as doctors devote a lot of our time to learn about medicine, to learn about the pathophysiology of how the cell works, of why medicine works, and why you should use a certain medication over something else. But at the end of the day, patients are all different. And that is why we call it practicing medicine or the art of medicine rather than just doing medicine. Because of this, your life experiences and the things that you've gone through in your life make you a better doctor because it enables you to connect with your patients. So it sounds crazy, but this YouTube channel has made me a better doctor. It has helped me learn how to communicate with my patients in a way that they will understand. It has motivated me to do research on things and to teach them, and they teach me. So my advice to you is don't fill the mold of what you feel a physician should be. Draw outside the lines. Be expressive, be who you want to be, and be the type of physician that you want to go to. You define your own roles. And the more that you step outside of what a traditional doctor looks like, you pave the way for those following you to also live their own truth. So now let's talk about travel for a little bit. And I love to explore new places, travel the world, experience new cultures, new cuisines. And it's not something that you have to give up if you're in medicine. As a doctor, there are many types of careers. There was an urgent care doctor who spent a month in Greece each year doing telemedicine, and this was prior to the pandemic, I knew another family medicine physician who took sabbatical once every 4 to 5 years, where she would travel to a Spanish-speaking country and set up a community clinic there, and her children would go to the schools there, and she would fully immerse in the culture and help out the village. It's an amazing experience. You tailor the life that you want to live, and if no one's done it before, then you map the way. I chose to work part-time because I knew that there are other passions that I wanted to pursue outside of medicine. My advice to you is live within your means, and the smaller that you are, the smaller footprint that you have, the easier it is for you to just get up and go. A physician told me that he would live on half of his income, and the other half he would just save for traveling, for retirement, for anything else. And so if you're able to do that, I think that you'll set yourself up for success to do whatever you want to do. So remember this while you're looking for a job or planning your future life, that in medicine, there's really 3 things when finding a job. It's location, hours, and pay. And so you can probably pick 2 out of the 3 and sacrifice one of them to fit within your lifestyle, but you will always get to choose. I chose the location and I chose to work part-time. Yes, I'm sacrificing a lot of pay, but it makes me happy that I am able to be with my family. It gives me the flexibility to travel when I want to. It gives me the flexibility to start side hustles, communicate with you guys and connect with you guys on YouTube, possibly start a side business. Remember that you always have that choice. So medicine asks so much of us, so much in our training and so much in our careers, to give so much of ourselves, our minds and our hearts. And I want us to normalize asking for what we need in return, because we are only able to be the best at our jobs if we are the happiest and the healthiest we can be. So that's all for this video. Hope you found some of these tips helpful. I hope you found some inspiration to step outside of your comfort zone and live outside of the mold. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us and our channel, and I'll see you guys next week.